That's right. We're back.
Yes.
We had some technical difficulties, so if you saw the earlier video, we're back. We made it a priority device here with our Google Wi-Fi. So hopefully no more issues. So far tonight, introducing themselves, joining us on the Twitters, we have Kim Calderon, who's from Fresno in our
That's
Fresno
right.
chat. She said when she retires, she would like to retire somewhere with a beach and warm water.
Nice. We also have Howard Cuyuna here from Silicon Valley.
Yep.
He is certainly a CB Tech Talk regular.
That's right.
He says he would like to stay where he's at. Continue to build community. It is a good, leave a legacy.
Always enjoy it. If you're in Silicon Valley, you're never too far from orange sauce.
That's true. That is true.
That's right. So tonight, what are we drinking?
Oh, so this is called Steelhead, but it's from
it's from the North Coast.
Toasted Head.
Gnarly Head.
Oh, I couldn't remember the name of the winery.
Is in Lodi.
Yeah.
It's in Lodi. I think it's Manteca.
Is it?
It's Manteca, just north of Manteca before you get.
We went to their tasting room on the way to Reading, where we did some professional learning experiences for them up there. So it is a blend. Yeah, it's a pretty big winery. It's pretty commercial. Yeah. Usually the ones we try to stay away from, but I figured it's on the way. We had plenty of time, but let's just check it out. Let's see what they have that's not normally sold in stores. And I mean, we weren't really impressed. It's not amazing.
But we saw they had a deal for Steelhead, a case, so 12 bottles of wine for $70, which is
and it's not bad.
It's not bad for that price. It's actually pretty good. So that's it's the northern part of the valley. Okay, farther up from course, but the Central Valley nonetheless. So again, we are highlighting another local wine. With Amy Downs from Visalia, she says there are infinite places to go, but there is no place like home. So Amy Downs is going to be somewhat of a homebody and retire at home. So what did you say, babe?
I said somewhere in California by the ocean.
Okay.
But I'm not sure where yet.
Well, you have plenty to choose from. There's a pretty big coast.
That is correct. That's why I don't want to decide yet. I have plenty of time. Honestly, I've joked with Adam, I'm probably going to be like 80 years old, and I'm going to still be like, I'll be teaching like one period of English or something. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, I'll come home and I'll be like, can you believe it? Can you believe these teachers will not let the kids use the little chips in their head as encyclopedias because they're afraid they're going to go on YouTube. Like, I think that's what I'm going to be like when I'm in my 80s. So that'll be my retirement.
So again, I'm going to become nomadic in retirement. Like can't stay in one place for a long time. I plan to have a cabin in Shaver Lake. Okay, a bungalow in Morro Bay.
Bungalow.
Okay. Gonna have a house in San Juan Capistrano, my hometown. We'll have a flat in both New York City and Manchester.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be bouncing around.
Okay.
So question 1 just dropped, and it says Fresno was once named an All-American city in 1967, and then again in the year 2000. How do you incorporate civic duty in your classroom or school site?
So I think for me, I taught elementary K-6, and so we had classroom jobs, which gave kids kind of a sense of like building that classroom culture and responsibility for their space. So that's my answer. I'm interested to see what others say. I'm thinking Adam might have a better answer than me because he's a history social studies teacher. But that's what I did as a classroom teacher. So that's that. I don't see that it posted yet. I hope I put the right hashtag and didn't have a Twitter fail. Hey, there's Mandy. Mandy is from Fresno School of Music. She's a music teacher. Okay. And I saw on Instagram, is the featured teacher of the week or month or however they're doing it. And great pianist and wonderful piano teacher. And her kids now, I think, go to, John Wash. I think her kids are at John Wash, I've seen on Facebook. Okay. Here in Sanger Unified. But in Fresno, and we're having a Fresno themed chat. So There you go.
Here we have Kim Collar, and we also have Michelle there. It says Robert Michelle, but I'm pretty sure it's Michelle that's on Facebook.
Okay.
Michelle, we're going to get together soon with all the kids, have a barbecue. It's going to be great.
It's always a good thing.
We're going to make it happen. So we have Kim Calderon from Fresno. She says, one of our project last year decided on a problem in the community that they would like to address, and they worked on different solutions and presented to their class. Next, I'd like to present to city leaders.
Yes,
That's
PBL.
right there.
Love it. That is good stuff. Good stuff. And then Adam said and this is true, I know, because I went to the History Social Studies framework for California. He says that the new History Social Science framework, social science, not social studies, is it?
Either way.
Oh. Anyway, puts a greater emphasis on civic duty and awareness. And so as a history social science teacher, it's part of the shift to Common Core and what you do daily.
Someone who definitely needs a lesson in civic duty and, probably some civic awareness would be John Crippo, who just tuned in right now,
What it needs a lesson?
Yeah, I think so.
What? Wow. What makes you say that?
I heard he was kind of a heathen in his youth, so he needs to atone for some of his past actions.
Really?
Yes.
Really? I'm not quite
sure. He's kind
sure.
of an anarchist.
Is that because?
From what I was told, the stories I heard, he was quite the anarchist.
Is that Fresno State football talk?
Could be. Or a variety of the many jobs that he had. Every time I see John, it's like he had a different job, like these off-the-wall wacky jobs during the summer. So
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Kim Calderon elaborates to say that she also talked about gathering all the information and making informed decisions, even if they're different from their friends. That's huge right there because, the way things are going in the political climate these days is that if you're not 100% with me, then you're against me and blah, blah, blah. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, that is true. I was at a school today and it was interesting because a student had been offended by something a teacher said. And I understood both sides. And I was wondering, are we teaching kids to have respectful civil discourse and to respectfully disagree? Or are we saying, if you don't agree with me and I'm offended, that's a problem? And I don't know the answer. I'm not sure the answer. I felt like both parties were kind of in the right.
Kim Calderon double dipping. She's on Facebook Live and she's on Twitter. So
love it.
Good job, Kim. Amy Down says, I've learned a lot about the importance of the morning meeting the last few years. Great time and place to connect expectations, ideas, and issues.
Mm-hmm.
She dropped a nice little link to a blog post about this for more information. So yes, that's a great place. Especially elementary class.
Yes.
Very common thing to do, your morning meetings.
Absolutely.
Question 2 just dropped and it says, agriculture is Fresno's calling card. As an educator, what would you consider to be your specialty or calling card?
Interesting. That's a good one. All right. Oh, Carippo, I'm going to have to disagree with you there. I hope there's some sarcasm in that comment because he says no time for a discourse. Pull a card and do your worksheets. Yes, that's my favorite.
No, it's not cards, clip chart.
Oh, goodness. The clip charts. The clip charts. It's interesting because you've got these schools that are talking about so many different buzzwords that don't align, right? So they're talking about UDL, which talks about having a safe space and having kids have metacognition, which means you're not going to be doing public shaming. You're going to have kids reflect on their behaviors and how they can improve in the future and restorative justice type practices. They're talking about that. And then they have the clip charts for PBIS. I'm like, you can't really, how can you talk about intrinsic motivation and teaching kids coping strategies and what do I do when someone disagrees with me, what I do when I'm angry, what I do when I'm upset, and helping them come up with these solutions. And then at the same time, the same school, you're talking about pulling cards and using clip charts. I think it's a little hypocritical, but we're all about, I got it, Crippo, sarcasm. But I think we're all about.
Why is he shouting?
That's a good point.
That's some.
Digital. Where's the netiquette?
Yes, where's your netiquette?
The netiquette.
Crippo?
We're missing some netiquette here. Yeah. Anyway, that's been my latest is And then you think of MTSS. Okay, MTSS, Multi-Tiered Systems of Support here in California, talks a lot, talks about making sure that we have like a whole child approach, which includes social emotional learning. When we're talking about social emotional learning, I don't think social emotional learning includes public shaming of students. It includes saying, how can I, as an individual, like communicate, respect others, respect myself? It's not about, that extrinsic public shaming. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Why don't you talk now for a moment?
Back to calling cards.
Yes.
Kim Calderon says her calling card is science.
Oh yes.
You put all caps and exclamation.
Oh, she
she
shouted too.
She's exclaiming off of the rooftops.
No, that's a netiquette issue again.
Yes, but this is on Twitter a little different. She says she loves integrating science with other topics and showing how all things can be taught through science. Couldn't agree more. Howard Cuna, going back to question 1, he says, I feel that much of this incorporates into our school day, building a full inclusion environment, gives so many opportunities for citizenship. I don't think beyond that for now, but very to the point, Howard Cuna. Lots of ways to get citizenship in what we do on a daily basis. Said Howard Cuna. For me, I would say my calling cards would be organic ed tech coaching. I am writing a book on it.
You are co-writing.
I was about to say that. You let me. We're having an argument on Facebook Live.
It's not an argument. We know how to have respectful discourse.
Ways of using G Suite to help ELs access content in history. That's my 2 calling cards. Kind of a niche.
Yes.
More like my niches.
I would say interdisciplinary learning, because that's not done much. And so I think because of my background with it's kind of broad as far as musician, English degree, and just varied interests. Like I see how learning fits together. And I also was a multiple subject teacher. And to be honest, you don't have time to teach everything in isolation, and it's not as effective. So that's something that's not done enough. So I really am passionate about interdisciplinary learning. And that's also in our area, the only way or our first way to get computer science into the classroom, because they think they don't have time. So if we can be interdisciplinary, then we can have better relevant experiences for kids, and we can get more done. And guess what? They're going to remember what they read and write and experience.
So we have people from Fresno. We have people from the Bay Area. We have someone from Indiana tonight on the Twitters.
Nice.
Todd Schreiber from Indiana, who happens to be a Red Sox fan. Bunch of cheaters, because just like the Astros, they're cheaters. The only way that anyone could ever beat the Dodgers in the World Series is by cheating. But I digress. But wow. Todd Schreiber from Indiana says his specialty, his calling card, has been to reach out to speakers and classrooms across the country and world to engage in lessons with his students. Technology has allowed to do it. It's become his passion. So he's big about bringing experts into the classroom using things like Mystery Skype and Mystery Hangouts. So thank you, Todd Schreiber from Indiana, from joining in.
Absolutely. You're supposed to clip down.
You know what? You can clip me out. Just take my clip and throw it in the trash. I don't care.
You don't want to clip up to the principal and have them say your name in front of the whole school? Yeah.
Sure.
Did you read Howard Cuna's answer?
Question 2?
Oh, that was question 1.
Yeah, I read that one.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Read that.
Nice.
All right, one more minute. We'll have question 3 dropping very, very soon. So again, if you're just tuning in, we are drinking Steelhead, which we got at the Gnarly Head tasting room in Manteca, California. Still keeping it relatively local here in the Central Valley.
That's right.
It's a blend. We got a great deal on it. That's why we bought it. Oh, and the Bandit.
There she is.
Appearance. What's up, Bandit? What's up? Tired?
A little bit.
You enjoying being mega school?
No.
No, you liar.
Uh-oh, why not?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't
know.
I
see.
You sound like Dylan now.
Okay.
Sit down, clip, or say clip down.
Oh.
John Cripple
It was a joke.
has a clip chart for me.
It was a joke.
I told him to take it all the way down, but put my clip in the trash. I don't even care.
So, Ashley, I have a question. What do you think of the clip chart? You guys have the clip chart?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I don't know. If we go to the top and our teacher says to clip up one more time, we clip to their clothes and we get a prize.
Really? So, like, what do you clip up for?
being good.
Like what do you mean being good? Like what would that look like? Like what would I have to
Doing stuff you're supposed to, getting ready faster than the teacher says.
Okay. So are the prizes so cool that you just want to like clip up all the time? Kind of. No, like
if there were no prizes, would you still listen to the teacher like they're asking you to or whatever? And
yeah.
You would?
Candies also.
So you would do it even without the prizes?
Yep.
Are there some kids that never get a prize?
Yep.
Would those kids act the same if there was no prize, you think? Interesting.
All right.
Hey, Micah Shippey's here.
Yeah, and Ralph Montalongo.
Nice.
And Kim says, who's ready for Tech Rodeo?
Woo,
Obviously,
we are.
We kind of have to be. We have no choice, but we love this kind of stuff. So
It's good. It's going to be good. I'm excited.
you're going to be with your mom this weekend. That's so.
We'll show you pictures afterwards.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll put it on Instagram.
But Ashley was involved in Tech Rodeo
Yes, the second year.
as a student presenter talking about book snaps.
Yeah.
And here's the really cool thing. The inventor of book snaps, Tara Martin,
Mm-hmm.
is coming to Tech
She
Rodeo.
is. We'll join keynote with some creepy guy, John Crippo, who's watching right now.
That's right. That's right. Who's been really like
Sarcastic.
and telling people to
Egging us
clip
on,
down.
telling me to clip down.
Annoying.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, question
So
3
Ashley,
drops.
we'll have Tara send you a special message for
Yes.
helping promote her invention.
That's
of
right.
Books now.
That's right.
She'll love it.
She will. She will. All right.
All right.
Oh, I'm going to read this that Kim said. Oh, yes, I've thought of this. Okay, so Kim says a clip chart during a staff meeting would make teachers think twice about using one. I would go all the way to the bottom and I'd say, I don't care.
Here's what's gonna happen. People are gonna do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Marching
And so-
Ricardo joined.
Yep. Oh, Martine's rock. Man, we have
Nice.
all the heavy hitters on the night.
That's right.
So question 3 just dropped and it says approximately 180 languages are spoken in Fresno. How do you attend to the needs of students who speak other languages than English?
I'm down here.
Okay.
Sounds good. So I would say closed captioning seems to help English learners. Do you do closed captioning? And then on YouTube, they can change the closed captioning to another language. So it can go to Spanish or French or whatever they are speaking. Sketch notes. I actually spoke with a teacher yesterday that talked about
everything that I do like daily.
Yes, but this teacher talked about it was this. Remember, I told you about listen and sketch.
Mm-hmm.
So they listen to text that is considered above their reading level, so to speak, and so they listen to it and they sketch. And so they sketch what they think the visuals that are coming to their mind. And then she said it's been really great because it sparks these amazing conversations between the kids. And she said it's been just the coolest thing ever. So it's something that I had introduced to them. They loved it. She said, especially for English learners. So they listen and sketch. Then they take a picture of that sketch, put it on a collaborative slide deck, and then they comment on each other's sketches. So it becomes permanent, so to speak. Like it feels permanent.
Tupac's made an appearance on CB Tech.
That's right.
It's his first appearance, him and the Ninja.
No, he's been on here before.
Has Tupac been on?
Yeah.
Let me see Tupac.
I heard this hat.
Oh.
No more Starbucks hats.
All right,
No
Tupac.
more Starbucks. It's
This is Tupac,
It's not
a.k.a. Captain
Show
Underbite.
the underbite.
Come on.
Tupac.
Hello, Tupac. Don't be scared. You're a scaredy cat. Show us everyone your underbite. Yeah, Captain Underbite.
I know. I already know.
Yep. It's the coolest underbite ever. Not Tupac. No more peeing in Dylan's bed, Tupac.
Oh my goodness, this
More
puppy.
in our room.
It's a puppy.
Take Tupac.
Hey, Sam Tate is here. Hi,
Okay.
Sam. We are talking about education as always, but with a Fresno theme.
Dad.
All right. Yes, Dina works out at Delray, one of the places I worked at.
Sure.
I have a different way to clean it.
Okay.
All
what are
right.
you doing?
I'm use
So let's see.
like old toothpaste that we don't use and an old toothpaste.
Going back to
Oh,
question 2.
Judy's here.
Calling cards. Amy Down says, I like to be connected with educators I can help with. I can get help from. I can't know everything. Being able to reach out to others in the areas of expertise has been good for me to learn to do. So that is Amy Downs' calling card, connecting with others. Kim Calderon says for the EL question 3, thank goodness for Google Translate.
Yes.
I try to translate as much as I can for students and work with them on developing English words to go with it as we go along.
That's true.
Today, I kind of tweaked my lessons just a little bit.
Okay.
Try something out a little different. I almost think the students are getting tired of my videos.
Well, you gotta change things up sometimes.
I found a few good ones here for where they're going over totalitarian dictators. So they're learning about Mussolini and Hideki Tojo and Stalin and Hitler. So I figured, you know what? There's tons of great material on all those guys out there on YouTube. So I found some, 3 to 4 minute videos, and they already know they're already well trained in translating the subtitles into their home language. That's easy. But what I did, I gave them a series of challenges. It was like a hyperdoc, but I made a site out of it. Google site out of it.
There you go.
So there's a page for each dictator, and everything was translated side by side. All the instructions, and then I even I found some text that I copied and pasted in there. I coupled together so they got the information from video and from reading, and they could see it in English and Spanish. And some kids that I've got recently that are one straight out of Honduras and one out of Mexico, who they their English is very non-existent. But the fact that I gave them that made it that easy for them in Spanish, allowed them to access the content better than they've done so far this year. So I think I might be onto something now as far as there again, like Kim said, Google Translate. That magic helped me out.
You know what else is really cool? The new Microsoft Immersive Reader extension for Chrome. Right. So Microsoft has had this tool for a while, but now it's available on Chrome as a free extension. So a lot of people use Read and Write for Chrome in the past, but it's paid. So the Immersive Reader is free, and the cool part about it is that you can it will read to you the text that's on your website, and you can download it for kids as an extension. But also, the other cool thing is it will it highlights each word as it reads. But did you know that you can translate as well on that? Mm-hmm. You can translate. You can, if there's kids that so much text is distracting and they'd rather see one line at a time, you can do that. You can make the text bigger, smaller. A lot of accessibility
features. Once I found out about that, I pushed that to all the Chrome browsers in our district, teachers and students.
You can also slow the text down. So the audio that's coming on with the text, you can slow it down or speed it up. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of really cool features there. So good stuff. Tom Murray is here.
And no, Ed, we did not get the one.
Ed is here.
He said that we asked if we got the one.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we were talking about Instacart.
I mean, we could.
It's funny.
But, I like to pick the one myself. Oh, Instacart is an app where you can do all your grocery shopping from your phone. And then someone, it's like DoorDash but for groceries. It's pretty bad. I learned about it yesterday.
Very cool.
All right, so we're on to question 4, and it says, famous writer William Saroyan was from Fresno. How do you use EdTech to enhance writing?
Ooh. So what about you, Ashley? What do you do with, you write on your Chromebook. What kind of writing do you do on your Chromebook?
Well, we haven't done any with our new teacher.
Not at school. You could just stay at home because you do stuff at home. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I know you don't do a lot. You don't do any writing at school on technology?
Well, I did use Chromebooks in 2019 around Halloween and Christmas time.
Okay. So what about at home on Chromebooks? How do you use them to write?
Besides texting me when you want something through Hangouts.
You did a blog, remember? You're blogging? Yeah?
Yeah, we need to get back to that. We kind of got away from that.
That's all right. That's all right.
You're kind of busy, but yeah, blogging is definitely.
Getting back to school.
So I would say I like to spark imagination with images and then enhance the writing that way. So something really interesting is I thought it was pretty cool. I was very used to teachers, and I have this like daily writing prompt thing that I do where I tell teachers, put a GIF on the board or a meme or something silly or whatever, and then have kids write about that. And so what it does is it sparks their imagination, because if they see a blank page, a lot of times it's hard for them to write. The other thing is you're trying to get kids to understand that writing is generative. It's not just about a final product. And the more that we write on a regular basis, the better that we get at it. So anyway, so I was showing them, these teachers had started implementing the daily images and GIFs for writing. And so this student comes up to the teacher and says, "Hey, Mrs. Allen, look at this drawing that I'm making." And it's this amazing drawing. And apparently what he's doing is he was so interested in the fact that they were writing based on images every single day that he's taking those images that the teacher is showing him and he's deciding to expand and use it to like create an entire book. Like he's just doing an entire creative writing thing on his own outside of like a classroom assignment. So he's drawing these sketches and then he's gonna like create this entire like book. So I thought that was really cool that something in the classroom, what you've won. If you do something in the classroom and it sparks a student's interest enough that then they go take that and extend the learning and they use it to inspire them to do something outside the classroom. That's when you know you won.
So we got Becky and Copy have just joined in.
All right.
Right here at the tail end here. Copy's my old coach. He's a teacher at Fresno. It's a Fresno themed chat. So
perfect.
Fresno Unified. With Becky from Colorado. Who's commented back and forth with Judy Blakeney.
Kelly Mary.
Kelly Marie. We have, for me, I like to use Blogger. That's an easy way to get kids writing. It's more informal, but any way we can get kids writing more often is a good thing. So Blogger is very good for that. What I like to do is have kids take notes on various sources, whether it's from the internet, whether it's from a gallery walk or whatever, and each source has a different Keep note. And then when kids start writing, they can open Keep up in the sidebar in Google Docs, and they can, at a glance, have their notes right there. They can pull those notes directly onto the document, and I call this jumpstarting the writing process. So it's a real easy way to help kids note take and organize their notes and use them for that writing process. So it's been my take on that.
You have them take notes. So similarly, you're having them take notes on Keep and pulling them in to spark the writing process that way.
Yes.
With young kids that have touchscreens, they draw a picture in Keep because you can draw in Google Keep and then drag it over and write about that picture. So it's another way to spark the imagination for the writing that way.
There's also a real simple way. It's called Emoji Power Paragraph.
That's right.
It's an easy way if you just get kids thinking empathetically.
Yes.
My riff on that was I collaborated with one of our ELD teachers, and I was showing her Emoji Power Paragraph, and she's like, you know what? Let's just level it up just a tiny bit. So when you put your emojis up, you have to give like a little word bank of synonyms to that emotion.
Oh, cool.
And then they have to choose one of the synonyms, not the X. So if it's the happy emoji, you have to choose one of the 4 or 5 synonyms you put in the word bank, and they have to kind of level up. And every time I've done an Emoji Power Paragraph, they love it. It's kind of they don't know what's going to come next. So with my current unit right now on totalitarian dictators, that's going to be fun. So if I throw up an angry emoji, so they have to write a sentence about what would make Hitler mad, and then maybe a happy one, and just seeing how they have to. That would make them very uncomfortable once they learn about all the bad things that Hitler did, what made him happy. Then having them write sentences about what made him happy would make them uncomfortable, but definitely a memorable experience.
Certainly. So we've got question 5 dropping. Oh no, question 5. It's almost over.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh my goodness, it's gone by quickly. That's right.
A half hour.
That's right. All right.
So anyway.
You have you do have a thank you one here dropping in a minute here.
No, we shortened it.
So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
Yep,
it's been good.
Bandit and Ninja.
That's right.
And Tupac.
Those that
Tupac lives.
Tupac.
Those that joined late, you want to show them the featured wine of tonight?
Yes, Steelhead, which we got at Gnarly Head in Manteca, California. Keep it local, keep it a valley.
That's right. It is it's
a red blend.
It's a blend. Yeah, it's a good everyday wine.
We call it a spaghetti wine.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right. Well, we will see you all later. Virtually and maybe in real life.
Yes, you want to go if you haven't gone. If you can still register.
Yes.
Just send us a message. We'll
That's right. We'll make it happen.
Ninja came back.
Yep. All right. Bye everyone.
Ah!